helping the L2 learner succeed. So the question is, what can I as a teacher, or what can you as teachers of second language can do to help your learners to achieve success in second language learning? We need to be committed to give our learners the very best within the constraints of schools that we are teaching in, or within the constraints of educational institutions, whether they are for children or whether they are for adults. There is always this small thing that we can actually do for our learners to facilitate their second language learning. First of all, we need to have a program that enables them to start comfortably. Now, ideally, this includes a curriculum which is carefully designed. I understand that as teachers, you might not have much say in the curriculum. However, you can definitely give your feedback regarding the positioning of different items in the curriculum. And even when we are told to teach a book, for instance, I can still as a teacher choose which topics can I teach first, which can I teach later on, depending on, of course, whether on the fact that I have to complete the syllabus. Yes, I can change the sequence of the topics depending on the needs of my learners. I also can still provide my learners with a stress-free environment. So when I go to my class as a second language teacher, I can say these are the ground rules, and one of them is that everyone has to participate, and the second one is that no one is going to laugh at anyone, no matter how many mistakes someone made. Or if I set a ground rule for myself also regarding how much I will be careful in giving the feedback, and the criticism is not going to be too harsh, so I will be able to build a stress-free environment, which is absolutely crucial for second language learning. Then it is also important to keep in mind the culture of the place where we are teaching. So this culture is important because in the given culture, the learning styles of the learners have been developed. So the learners, when they come to the class, also have certain expectations of what the class will look like, what is it that the teacher will do, and how will I learn the thing. We need to facilitate them, we need to understand them, and try to gear our learning towards their preferred styles. Although you might say over here that there are like 50 learners in my class and each one of them might have their preferred style of learning, yet they're in a given culture, because most of them might belong to the same culture, there might be some commonalities, and we need to build upon those commonalities. What they need is commitment from our side. How much are we willing to put in that extra effort? And of course, they also require a well-constructed syllabus. When I say well-constructed, and when I say even when I can't do so much, I can still do a little bit to facilitate learning. This means I would start by teaching them something they already know and gradually build on the new knowledge of second language on that knowledge. Now, over here, it is important to realize, although the focus has been on the learners, their learning styles, their motivation, but in the classroom, there are teachers also. And like the students, they also vary in motivation. aptitude, self-efficacy, preference for teaching styles, preference for strategies. If the teacher is not motivated, if the teacher feels, just want to finish the lecture and go, if the teacher is not inclined to teach, does not really want to teach, but is in the profession, if the teacher herself feels she is not competent enough to teach and she can never teach the learners or the group of learners they have, if the teacher has certain given preferences of teaching styles while the learners have different sort of mental makeup, it's not going to help at all. So what we are saying over here is that self-knowledge, knowing about yourself, thinking about our own practices and how we deal with our learners, whether it is helping them or not, is as important for the teachers as it is for the students.